Welcome to the story of Karna, a valorous man with divine origins, yet of questionable ethics. When denied what he thought was his rightful place, he doesn't hesitate to bend the truth and to side with darkness. Previously, we saw that Karna was born through Kunti invoking the sun god through a mantra provided to her by sage Durvasa. Now, the young Kunti, frightened with the impossible responsibility, places her newborn in a casket and floats it upon the river. The casket floats, reaches the river Charmanavati, which then carries it into the Yamuna river. The basket floats on and reaches the Ganges river and goes into the kingdom of Anga, which is the ancient Bengal. On a quiet dawn, a humble charioteer and his wife stumble upon a strange scene. A casket drifting along the river Ganga. A baby is heard crying from inside the basket. Adhirata is astonished and calls to his wife, Radha, come quickly. The river brought us a child. Radha immediately lifts the baby from the casket and is overwhelmed. A child? Blessed with divine armor and earrings. Who could abandon such radiance? The childless couple were overjoyed and accept him as their own. They name him Vasusena, but history rewrites the child's name into Karna. The child grew up into a boy who was more interested in warfare than in charioteering. Karna's heart burned with a single dream, to become the greatest archer in the world. His golden armor and earrings too grew with him. Karna started to study in the Gurukul of Dronacharya. One day, Karna was watching Arjuna practicing archery and thought, if only I could learn like all of them. And he asked Drona, Acharya, can I too learn the art of wielding the Brahmastra? Drona is dismissive. I teach it only to those of royal blood. I cannot teach you, Sutaputra. But Karna's resolve sharpened despite the denial. Karna then travels to the Gurukul of Parashurama, sworn to teach only Brahmins and not Kshatriyas. And Karna meets Acharya Parashuram and says, Acharya, accept me as your student. I will serve you with devotion. Parashurama is stern but is impressed. Very well, my child, but remember, I teach only Brahmins. Are you one? Karna immediately says, Yes, Acharya. And so, Karna hid his birth and the story of expulsion from Drona's Gurukul, believing that the end goal mattered more than the means. Karna soon becomes the best warrior in the Gurukul and learns to wield the Brahmastra. Once, the tired Parshurama sleeps on Karna's lap. A scorpion stings Karna in his thigh. Karna does not move. He bears the pain despite bleeding profusely from his thigh. Once Parashurama woke up, he was shocked. No ordinary man could bear such pain without flinching. You deceived me. What is your real lineage? Tell me the truth. Karna is pleading. Guru, forgive me. I only sought the knowledge of Brahmastra. Parashurama is sorrowful. Karna, it is a great sin to deceive your Guru. Alas, you were talented, but not truthful. It is a sin to obtain education by fraudulent means. Your skill will fail you when you need it most. This is my curse. Now, all the princes, the Pandavas and the Kauravas have completed their education and are showcasing their talents in front of all elders and the common population, as is what used to happen then in the arena of Hastinapur Palace. Karna suddenly enters the contest and challenged Arjuna. I too wish to display my skill. He picks up arms and aims to shoot. The crowd murmurs. looking at the armor, hearing, and the glow around him. Suddenly, Bhishma rises from the dais and signals, "Stop! We cannot have you displaying your skills here. This arena is for princes, not for the accursed." Meanwhile, Kunti sees Karna's earrings and armor, which have mocked him since birth. She is shocked. Vidura immediately understands and gestures Kunti to stay silent. Duryodhana then walks up to the dais and speaks up in a commanding tone. "Enough. If he not being of royal blood is the issue, then I shall give him one." The crowd gasps. Duryodhana says, "From this moment, Karna is the king of Anga," and he places a crown on his head. Karna is shocked. "My lord, why would you honor me so?" Duryodhana smiles. "You are a great man, and greatness deserves a throne, not questions." Karna is filled with emotion. "My friend, my king, I owe you my life for this recognition. I hereby pledge my eternal loyalty to you." Thus began a bond forged not in righteousness, but in mutual advantage. Duryodhana thus gains an ally, and Karna steps further into deceit, marking their fates in future. Karna is often portrayed as a victim, but in real, he is a man who doesn't mind bending rules to his advantage. Karna's life reminds us that greatness without wisdom can lead to tragedy, and loyalty without discernment can bring ruin. Karna's story also teaches us that greatness is not about lineage, but about making the right choices, even when he is tempted by riches and fame. We shall see later that Karna was defeated not by external enemies, but by his own warped sense of duty that stood against dharma.